Now, in Acts 3, we're going to review a verse. Nobody knows this, brethren. Zionists have a certain perverted idea about it, that they can do it and be the centerpiece. You know, these Hasidic Jews who don't even know how to, trim their beard. Are going to erect the temple of the Lord. It is a subject of great controversy because there's another group that says, no, God comes and builds it. Well, we were in that category. Neither one is true. Jews today are not supposed to build on the Temple Mount. Some think they should. Others think, no, God builds it. The Messiah builds it. They have different ideas. That's not correct either. Now, I'm actually going to show you the Bible tells us, I'm going to take you to the verse and show you the Bible tells you explicitly the day that this temple is built before you get to Passover. I'm going to tell you the day it has to be done. And you all have calendars, and you're going to be able to study your calendar, your church calendar, and figure out, whoa, it's done by that date? The Bible is most explicit, and it's before Passover, because some things have to be done once it's built before the Father can get here ready for sacrifices. And then verse 18 tells you something extraordinary. So let's read it very slowly. Thus says the Lord God, in the first month, in the first day of the month, this would be Abib 1, April 8th, our date, April 9th, you shall take a young bullock without blemish and cleanse the sanctuary. And you do it every day. And the priest shall take of the blood of the sin offering and put it on the posts of the house and on the four corners of the settle of the altar. Chapter 3 talked about 7 days where you purge the altar, and upon the posts of the gate of the inner court. And you shall do the seventh day of the month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're cleansing the sanctuary that's never been used before. Why? Because the sanctuary is finished by Abib 1. Now let's keep reading. And on the seventh day, you do this for everyone that errs, and for him that is simple, so shall you reconcile the house, both the building and the house of Israel. Now, in the first month, in the 14th day of the month, you shall have the Passover. That has to be instruction for the first Passover, the one where the Father is coming, and everybody's getting ready for him. So I'm just going to tell you, if you put that with the last approximately, 10 verses from the day that the altar is built, that's what it says. Look over at chapter 43 and verse 18. You said to me, Son of man, thus says the Lord God, these are the ordinances of the altar in the day when they shall make it. It means build it or do it, to offer burnt offerings and to sprinkle. Then you got 7 days where you have to prepare the altar. So it looks like the sanctuary is cleansed for 7 days. And maybe the altar was built before that, and then you got 7 days to wait for Passover. Everybody's got to go out and pick their lamb on the 10th. All the Israelites, the Gentiles will learn to do it. And the Gentiles all come to Passover. And they begin to learn the truth for 7 days out of the gate. It's so brilliant, it's mind-blowing to me. But we now have a target date. So let me just explain. We're looking at about 80 some days, I guess it would be 80 days, maybe something like that, 78 days, whatever's left from now till Abib 1. And it's not happening tonight, and I'm going to speak on Wednesday because there's some critical things that really do, I believe, close the series. But now you have a hard, fast deadline. It's a line in the sand. Because it can't go to next year. There are problems with the way dates lay, and that's a different story. Can't go to next year. The series is over. Elijah said to make it plain, and then Christ comes in a tiny, tiny micron. Now, I'm not saying it's next Sabbath. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I'm telling you, I'm going to speak on Wednesday 3 more important things. We still have to clear up some things about the devil. But all of this is fascinating to think about.